Hey guys, this is Podfic, and today we're going to be reading Glowsticks and Bullet Holes by Hyperius. This is Chapter 13. The rooftop wasn't the safe haven Bruce had hoped for. Batman was used to the safety of the shadows of the rooftops in Gotham, but unfortunately, this rooftop had no shadows. It was, surprisingly, completely lit up. It was probably because of the helicopter shedding blinding lights on Batman and Superman as they emerged from the building. Shoot! Superman looked up at the helicopters. Luthor's copters? Or black masks. Batman's still convinced that was who was with Superman in the office. Who else would it be? And the voice? That was his voice. Though, unfortunately, Jason knows Roman better, and would have been able to identify his voice with more certainty. Actually, I'll play the Cal footage for Jason later, just to be sure. We need to go. What about Hood and GL? Batman scoffed. Red Hood can handle himself. I'm sure he'll be fine babysitting the Lantern. He has full trust in Jason's abilities. He did train the boy after all. Batman strode to the ledge, turning back to face the Superman. Let's go, now. Superman huffed, frowned, bit his lip. He doesn't want to leave them, but if Bruce is so adamant they'll be fine, he knows his friend would never do anything that would threaten his son's life. He cares too much, loves him too much. Knows he would fall apart at the seams if Bruce lost his Jason again. So it must be fine. I'll trust him. He went to Batman, grabbing him beneath the arms and lifting him into the sky, and easily taking him away from the bright lights and weapons, the skyscraper and Luthor, away from their friends, teammates. Clark still hates it just a little bit, but he needs to trust. He needs to trust Bruce. Bruce wasn't one to be trusted. Not that Bruce was wrong per se, but having a bulletproof tank would have been a great help. Jason let out a pained whine when he hit the wall, slumping forward for only a second before rolling out of the way of the follow-up fire. Lantern, where are you? Jason looked around, doing his best to dodge the blaze of bullets. However, avoiding bullets were a bitch and a half. And it's not like he was actually dodging bullets, it was predicting when the assholes would be shooting. Watching their muscles tense prior to firing the bullet. Seeing where they're pointing the gun and moving prior to the time their finger pulled the trigger. It's a lot of work, and it gets real fucking exhausting after a while. It'd be nice to have a little green force field by now, really. He looked around best he could, trying to catch sight of the glowing green. Lantern! Here! Lantern burst through the wall, grabbing Jason and encircling him in a wall of protection. Sorry I'm late. Luthor's getting better at making effective little machines. It's so stupid. I actually need to put effort in fighting these robots. Like, what the hell? Hal was smiling, though, clearly enjoying the challenge. Jason does have to admit, their past few fights have just been so easy. So he guesses this is a nice change of pace. People, things, machines, who could actually put up a fight. It's nice, but also annoying. Especially when they're supposed to be meeting teammates on the rooftop. He'd hate to make them wait. At least with the Lantern here, he doesn't have to dodge bullets anymore. What's the game plan, Birdie? Jason huffed. Get out? We're in pretty deep, so we can either break through the ceiling and then out a wall or find the stairs. There was a pause. Hal hummed. Breaking through the ceiling it is. Grabbing Jason, Hal made a drill around him and Jason. He flew up, bulldozing through the ceiling and away from the spray of bullets. Hold tight. Don't worry about me. Jason grinned, looking around in case there'd be any fun surprises. Of course there was, with Luthor, and it came in the form of a bomb. A small bomb, but a bomb nonetheless. Lantern, look out! What? Shit! The bomb ricocheted them back, and though Hal was able to keep the shield up, it did nothing to protect them from the pain of the impact, nor the way the wall cracked around them. Fucking ow! Jason groaned. Who the fuck puts bombs inside their own building? Fucking psychos. Hal snarled before looking back at the cracked wall. Well, looks like we have our exit point. Hal made two giant green fists and punched the cracked wall, punching until the tiny hole became large enough to fit the two of them through. Time to go. Please. Jason grabbed Hal, holding tightly as the Lantern flew them out and up towards the rooftop to find it empty? The hell? Hal realized he couldn't stop to take it all in, though, not with the helicopters and enemies, the rocket launchers and bullets. Where are they? Are they still inside? Damn, Hal snarled. Well, ready to go back in? Shit. Yes. Please be okay. No man gets left behind. Hal was going to punt Bruce into next week. What the hell? You just left? And you didn't fucking tell us? Who fucking does that? Hal was bruised, cut, and in a very pissy mood. Jason was worse off, not having had the protection of the ring, nothing life-threatening, thank goodness. But he was more hurt than he needed to be, and that was the fucking issue. They searched the entire building, fought their way through. They were worried and scared, and only once they surrendered to the idea that Batman and Superman were not in the building did they find them. In Hal's home, drinking tea, like nothing happened. Like Hal and Jason didn't spend 3 hours searching for them, fighting for them, hurting for them. I knew you two would be fine. Bruce. Fucking Bruce. You still should have told us you left. Comms were down. We were unable to get in contact with you. We simply had to trust your skills. Fucking Bruce. He couldn't. There was a loud smack as Hal's fist made contact with Bruce's cheek, sending the bat stumbling back. Superman was there in an instant, standing between the two men. Enough. Calm down. We had to make a choice. We could have died. We may have made the wrong choice. Okay, we get it. But infighting will do nothing to stop Luthor. Calm down. Bruce snarled from behind the Kryptonian. Stop being so dramatic, Jordan. We had to make a call. Jason understands. Jason. Hal turned back to the boy, seeing him standing there out of the way, eyes downcast. There was still a clear fury in his stance, but there was also a sort of resignation. As if this is normal. As if this is okay. As if there's nothing he could do. As if he's used to being abandoned. Get the fuck out of my apartment. Excuse me? Get the fuck out of my apartment. Hal turned back to Clark and Bruce, eyes blazing green. Now. There was a sharp intake of breath as Bruce moved forward, ready to lunge, but Clark put a hand on Bruce's chest to stop him. Okay, it's clear we all need a break. Tomorrow we'll call, and when everyone's calmed down, we'll talk it out in a civilized manner, okay? No big deal. Clark led Bruce towards the door, pushing him out. It was obvious Bruce had some choice words to say, but the alien wasn't giving him the chance. Have a good night. The door slammed behind him. Hal trembled. He slowly turned around to face Jason. Is this normal for you? The boy shrugged. It happens. It's fine. No. Hal lurched forward, pulling Jason tightly into his arms, holding him close. No, this isn't fucking normal. How can you... Fuck, Jason, he abandoned you. Bruce was fine with leaving him in a dangerous situation with no way to contact him. He was fine in potentially letting him die. It made Hal wonder, how much of Jason's death was actually Bruce's fault? Sure, Joker pulled the trigger, but did Bruce load the gun? It's fine, Hal. But Hal felt Jason grab his shirt for comfort, felt the way his fingers shook with rage, fear, sorrow, emotions, so many emotions. It happens. No use crying over it. No use. No use? Jason. Hal pulled back, cupping the boy's cheek with his hands. I don't know how to convince you, but this isn't okay. None of this is, but I know someone who will be able to articulate it better. Someone who can help you better. And I'm gonna call him, okay? I'm guessing I don't really have a choice in the matter? But it didn't seem like Jason really minded. He simply leaned into Hal's hand, eyes closing as he let the warmth and safety wash over him. Okay. Okay? Jason shrugged one shoulder. I trust you. Those 3 words seemed to hit Hal like a tidal wave, drowning him and disorienting him, stealing his breath away. Trust doesn't come easy in their line of work, if it comes at all. And Jason said the words as if they meant nothing, as if the trust between them was always there, as if the words, the unshakable truth, didn't mean everything. Okay, Hal's voice cracked, but he quickly cleared his throat, taking a deep breath to calm his racing heart. Okay, yeah. He pulled Jason back into his chest, wrapping his arms around his shoulders and simply holding him. Okay. He heard Jason hum. Hal? I thought you were going to make a call. Just give me a minute. Okay. Hal, what's up? Want to come over? Like, booty call come over? Not today. It's more of a come over and help me beat Batman because he's definitely been abusing this poor kid who is now living with me. Wow, there is a lot to unpack there. But you got me at beating up Batman. I'm in. Hal smiled, grip tightening slightly on the phone. Good. See you soon, guy. Alright guys, and that is the end of chapter 13 of Glowsticks and Bullet Holes by Hyperius. I hope you guys liked it, and I'll see you next chapter.